Aviation communication is a specialized field. It demands precision and clarity. Pilots and air traffic controllers rely on a unique communication system. This system ensures the safe and efficient flow of air traffic worldwide. This language of the skies might seem strange to the outsider. It is a world of clipped sentences, technical terms, and standardized phraseology. Every word carries weight. Every transmission has a specific purpose. Understanding pilot ATC exchanges requires a grasp of this unique linguistic landscape. The terminology, protocols, and even the rhythm of these conversations are tailored to the demands of aviation. It's a world where clarity and efficiency are paramount. Mastering this language is essential for pilots and controllers. It is the cornerstone of safety and efficiency in the air. One cannot delve into aviation communication without encountering its alphabet soup of acronyms and jargon. These shortened forms and technical terms might appear baffling at first glance. However, they are essential tools for concise and unambiguous communication. Consider ILS, which stands for Instrument Landing System. This acronym conveys a complex navigational aid in just 3 letters. Similarly, VFR, short for Visual Flight Rules, instantly informs controllers that a pilot is navigating by sight. This specialized vocabulary allows pilots and controllers to convey vital information quickly. In the fast-paced world of aviation, brevity is not just appreciated, it's essential. Acronyms and technical terms eliminate unnecessary words, minimizing the potential for misunderstandings. While this insider language might seem daunting, it is a cornerstone of clear and efficient communication in the air. Radio communication in aviation is governed by strict protocols. These protocols prioritize clarity and efficiency. Unlike casual conversations, every transmission follows a specific format. This ensures messages are delivered and received without ambiguity. Pilots and controllers are trained to be concise and to the point. There's little room for pleasantries or small talk. Transmissions are brief and information dense. This might make them seem abrupt or even curt to the untrained ear. For instance, a pilot wouldn't say, "Hello, we're approaching the airport now." Instead, they would use a standard phrase like aircraft call sign, approaching airport name. This standardized phraseology eliminates unnecessary words and ensures the message is clear and concise. While it might seem formal, this structured communication style is crucial. It minimizes the risk of misunderstandings and ensures critical information is conveyed quickly and effectively. Imagine trying to have a conversation in a crowded room with loud music blaring. That's a small taste of the challenges pilots and controllers face when communicating over radio frequencies. Background noise and signal interference are constant obstacles. Static, hissing, and overlapping transmissions can distort messages, making them difficult to decipher. The quality of radio transmissions can fluctuate depending on factors like weather, location, and even the time of day. Pilots and controllers are trained to cut through these audio obstacles. They learn to speak clearly and repeat back key information to confirm understanding. They are also adept at filtering out extraneous noise and focusing on the critical elements of each transmission. Despite these skills, the potential for misunderstandings always exists. Background noise and signal interference add an extra layer of complexity to aviation communication, highlighting the need for clear pronunciation, standardized phraseology, and attentive listening. This is Section 5, a tapestry of accents in the air. Aviation is a global industry and the airwaves are filled with a diverse tapestry of accents. Pilots and controllers from every corner of the world communicate in English, the designated language of aviation. However, variations in pronunciation, intonation, and even the rhythm of speech can sometimes lead to misunderstandings. A controller in London might pronounce 5 differently than a pilot from Tokyo. Similarly, the intonation patterns of a question might vary significantly between a pilot from New York and one from Rio de Janeiro. These subtle differences, while enriching the linguistic landscape of aviation, can also pose communication challenges. To mitigate these challenges, pilots and controllers undergo extensive training in aviation English. They learn to speak clearly, enunciate carefully, and be mindful of how their accents might be perceived by others. The goal is to achieve a level of spoken English that transcends regional variations and ensures clear communication in any airspace. Section 6. Under pressure cognitive load in the cockpit. Pilots operate in a high-pressure environment where their cognitive load, the mental effort required to process information, can be immense. They are bombarded with data from instruments, weather reports, air traffic control instructions, and their own observations. Managing this information overload while maintaining situational awareness is a constant juggling act. When communicating with air traffic control, pilots must process instructions, respond appropriately, and simultaneously continue monitoring their aircraft and the surrounding airspace. This cognitive demand can sometimes impact communication. Under stress or high workload, pilots might be more prone to misunderstandings or require instructions to be repeated. They might also speak more quickly or with less precision, potentially increasing the risk of miscommunication. Air traffic controllers are trained to be aware of these challenges and adjust their communication style accordingly. They use clear and concise language, repeat key information, and allow pilots sufficient time to process instructions, especially during critical phases of flight. Section 7. Bridging the language gap, training for global skies. English is the official language of aviation, but not all pilots are native English speakers. To ensure clear communication in international airspace, the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, has established language proficiency requirements for pilots and air traffic controllers. Pilots and controllers must demonstrate their ability to speak and understand aviation English at a level that ensures safe and efficient communication. They are assessed on their pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, fluency, and comprehension. Training programs for non-native English-speaking pilots and controllers often include intensive language courses, simulated scenarios requiring communication in English, and exposure to various English accents. The goal is to equip them with the linguistic tools and confidence to communicate effectively in any aviation environment. These rigorous training programs play a vital role in bridging the language gap and upholding safety standards in international aviation. Section 8. Clarity through simplicity, visual aids and plain language. While spoken communication forms the backbone of pilot ATC interaction, visual aids and plain language play a crucial supporting role, especially when dealing with language barriers or complex instructions. Visual aids like airport diagrams, approach charts and radar displays provide a common visual reference for pilots and controllers. They can clarify instructions, confirm understanding, and reduce the reliance on spoken language alone. Similarly, using plain language whenever possible minimizes the risk of misunderstandings. Avoiding complex terminology, speaking slowly and clearly, and using simple sentence structures can all contribute to more effective communication. These strategies are particularly important when interacting with pilots who may not be fluent in English. By combining clear and concise language with visual aids, controllers can ensure instructions are understood and followed correctly. Section 9. Practice makes perfect, honing communication skills. Effective aviation communication is not a skill learned overnight. It requires consistent practice, ongoing training, and a commitment to clear and concise communication. Pilots and controllers spend countless hours honing their communication skills in simulators and real-world scenarios. Simulators provide a safe and controlled environment to practice communication procedures, handle emergencies, and develop their ability to communicate effectively under pressure. These simulations expose them to a range of situations, including language barriers, technical difficulties, and high-traffic scenarios. Regular training reinforces communication protocols, emphasizes the importance of clear pronunciation and standardized phraseology, and helps pilots and controllers maintain their language proficiency. The dynamic nature of aviation demands that communication skills are constantly refined and adapted to new technologies, procedures, and challenges. By prioritizing practice and ongoing training, aviation professionals can maintain the highest standards of communication and ensure the safety of everyone in the skies.